So our next presenters are Kirrarne and Roshan from Charles Sturt University. Their talk is on revolutionising resource sharing, the Rapido effect. So Kirrarne and Roshan are integral members of the Charles Sturt University library team, bringing many years of expertise to their roles. Kirrarne, as collections services librarian, heads the resource sharing team, focusing on the Interlibrary Loans, while Roshan, as Discovery Services Coordinator, manages library systems and integrations. Together, they've collaborated to enhance resource sharing from Charles Sturt users, recently implementing Rapido to improve the experience further. Today they'll share insights into Rapido's impact. Thank you both.
Thank you, Ella. I hope everyone can see the presentation slide, the full screen.
Yes, we can. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Afternoon, everyone. Today, as Ella mentioned, Kirrarne and I will be talking about our adoption of Rapido as a resource sharing solution to bring change to our users and staff. Yeah, let me start with the acknowledgement of country. We pay our respect to all First Nations elders, both past and present, from the lands where Charles Sturt University students reside. In particular, we acknowledge the Wiradjuri, Ngunnawal, Gundungurra, and Biripi peoples of Australia, who are the traditional custodians of the land where Charles Sturt University campuses are located. Now, a brief summary of our university. As you can see from the slide, Charles Sturt is a regional university with 6 main campuses spread across New South Wales, from Albury-Wodonga to Port Macquarie. This year, Charles Sturt started a new campus in Sydney in collaboration with Navitas as a service provider. There will also be a Melbourne campus in 2025. We also have campuses at Canberra, Goulburn, and Parramatta, who provide specialist courses such as theology and policing. So as you can see, we are really widespread, and all the major campuses do have libraries which we operate in. And we do have a range of Exlibris products. After our move from Aleph to Alma in 2015, we have pretty much acquired everything from Exlibris, I guess. Primo V, Leganto, Alma Digital, Rialto, and Rapido last year, which this presentation is all about. And now I'll hand over to my colleague Kirrarne to take you through the rest of the presentation.
Thanks, Roshan. So Kinetica, LAD, and ALFL may sound familiar to a lot of people. Prior to 2015, we utilised all of these systems. However, after migrating from Aleph to Alma in 2015, we decided to also implement Alma resource sharing for managing our interlibrary loans. Our goal was to streamline our processes, reduce costs, and consolidate the number of programs we were using. While our Alma RS offered numerous benefits, and yes, we still really did like Alma RS, we did continue to mediate all requests, including searching and locating, which resulted in increased turnaround times and frequent reliance on multiple systems. Although requesting by our clients was streamlined, confusion persisted regarding what should and shouldn't be requested by our clients, resulting in increased workloads for staff. Moreover, the rise in requests led to higher costs, exacerbated by the announcement from Libraries Australia about the decommissioning of LAD. This promoted us to seek an alternative solution to ensure continued feasibility and support for our ILs. When COVID-19 hit, requests surged, necessitating quick decisions. Our goal was to align with the university's key strategies, particularly user experience. Charles Sturt's strategic focus areas of connecting our students with the knowledge and wisdom to shape the world, and supporting, empowering, inspiring our people to deliver excellence, motivated us to enhance user expectations with an intuitive and seamless service. Already using several Exlibris products, as Roshan mentioned, it seemed logical to consider implementing Rapido. Before preparing a proposal to present to management, we reviewed the product documentation, which is available for everyone online. We attended online webinars in the Learning Archive and engaged in discussions with Exlibris and libraries already using Rapido. Since we already had much of the setup completed from our previous use of Alma RS, implementing Rapido once we received approval was a relatively easy and seamless process. Our implementation of Rapido had immediate impacts on our ILSERVs, including enhanced user experience with easier requesting and rapid turnaround times for receiving requests, decreased costs, enabling us to eliminate ill charges for undergraduate students. This now makes requests free for all staff and students of CSU. Significant uptake in borrowing and lending requests, but it's had a very minimal impact on staff time. Few requests requiring mediation. Streamlined workflows that we had for Alma RS went from over 18 pages to just 3 with Rapido. Reduce workloads from quicker processing, allowing staff to focus on other projects. We've received a lot of feedback from our staff, which you'll see on the screen there, with our personal favourite being that, oh my God, you're the best and then some, different galaxy from the mortals like me. We do have a lot of feedback from staff and students. This is a very, very small sample of it. And in 99.99% of the cases, they love it. And if they do have a comment about it, it's just another way to improve. So it's been really, really favourably taken up by both staff and students. We conducted a soft launch in June 2023 and now have sufficient data to evaluate the system. We used to be behind by up to 4 weeks to even commence processing a request. By the time requests were filled, it would take almost 2 months from the time the request was placed by our user. And so we're talking our borrowing requests in particular. With Rapido, over 90% of requests get automatically processed and filled within 24 hours. An increase in borrowing requests by almost 90% in the first 3 months of 2024 compared to the first 3 months of 2023, with a minimal impact of to staff time. 2/3 of the requests were processed unmediated. Essentially, staff time would have been reduced by at least 50%. We've had an approximate 5-fold increase in lending requests, with no overall major impact to staff time. Resources, sourcing and filling each request in Rapido takes a few steps compared to the more steps and processes and multiple systems that we previously had with Alma RS. Not only have we had improved user experience through an easy requesting process, there's been the additional flow-on effects. Rapido efficiently sources and supplies resources for teaching, so for areas like eReserve and Leganto lists, and for research support, so assessments and scoping reviews, in a very timely and cost-effective manner. Rapido handles all initial searching and supplying, freeing up staff to focus on locating difficult-to-source items that the system couldn't find, thereby saving significant time through elimination of duplicated efforts in searching. After considering all the above-mentioned benefits, several other factors contributed to the success of the implementation. We had a seamless project implementation in a very quick timeframe. Integration interoperability with Alma modules makes life very easy. And I have to say, we were very pleased to hear that Rapido and Rialto will be being integrated later on in the year. We're now familiar with how the system works, and we have started to compile a wish list of enhancements. These include better Rapido indexing with Primo, improved matching with local holdings, and it would be very beneficial for all libraries that they would consider joining Rapido. The more libraries we have, the better turnarounds and the workflows will be sorted out more between each library. Our overall thoughts of Rapido are our clients and staff happy with Rapido? 100% yes. If we had to do it over again, would we choose Rapido or another system? Definitely Rapido. The results and feedback speak for themselves. If you're seeking a new system to enhance user experience, reduce staff workload, and provide quality resources for your library, Rapido should be considered. It's greatly enhanced our resource sharing processes. If anyone has any questions, Roshan and I are more than happy to answer either now or If you want to send us emails privately, we're happy to discuss anything to do with Rapido.
We do have two questions. First one is, what is the number of staff involved in processing ILL requests before and after introducing Rapido?
Okay, so in the past, we've had 2 dedicated staff working on borrowing requests and probably about 8 or 10 staff working a few hours a day. We now have 1 dedicated staff member doing borrowing requests and having a little bit more free time with that. So certainly 50% drop there. And we are probably down to 3 or 4 staff members doing maybe 2 hours a day. So it has been significantly reduced.
Thank you. Second question is, do you offer ILL to your undergrads, or is it just digital copies?
We offer requests to all staff and students, regardless of what it is, so whether it's a loan or a copy. And they will also all receive it for free unless they do ask for a faster turnaround.
Third question, what is the issue with matching on local holdings? Why is this an enhancement?
I can take that one. That's a good question. It's not an enhancement as such, but we're saying that, better improvement to how it matches at the moment. Every now and then we see some of the resources being not matched properly and then not displayed properly in Primo, with the tiles for Rapido, and it still says that we don't hold it, but it doesn't present the tiles and things like that. So there's kind of like, niggling issues, I would say. But in overall, it's a very good match. But yeah, I think there's needed some improvement, in there, that kind of thing. So yeah, that's what I was after.
Thanks for that. And last question. Are you able to explain how Rapido works for those who are not familiar with the system?
That will take another whole big presentation, but I think they can go to the Ex-Libris presentation earlier, right? She explained it very well, how it works and things like that. And as Kirrarne said, we are more than happy to talk with anyone who would like, further information and how we do it. And yeah, it's a lot in the configuration as well, how you want to provide the service to your users, because there is a lot of options that's provided with you, and we have tried to make it as seamless as possible to the users. It's at the end of the day, it's the users anyway. So that's why we went with Rapido, to get that experience for the users in Primo, rather than having to fill blank forms all the time. And most of the requests that come into Alma via Primo is via Rapido these days for us anyway.
Yes, I guess that's it for the questions. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.